Brisa just dropped me off at the mechanic, or Brisa just dropped me off at the, all right, they just finished my oil change. Buenos Diaz and happy Tuesday. How's everybody doing? Got my coffee. Got my cereal in a poo bowl. In a Winnie the Pooh bowl. So today I'm going to ramp it up a little bit. Yesterday was a lot of kind of sitting around on the computer, getting stuff done, but not for me today. Although I do have to get back. What's on the lens? While I have a few things like that, very similar to that today, I'm going to start out by getting out. I need to get some maintenance on the RV. Tika! Come here, Teeks. Need to go get some workout in. Then I've got a few choices. I got to get into the garage, clean that up, organize myself. I need to rip up some floors and continue the project I got going on in the house. More on that very soon. I think I'm going to start a new segment. It's called, I don't know what I'm going to call it yet. I'm going to finish this breakfast and then we're going to go. I'm in the RV. I'm headed to get the oil changed on the RV so I can it's funny thing about this RV is that we don't take it out that often. We usually go on very large trips like across country and then don't use it for a while. So definitely need to take it out every now and then, get the oil changed, get the tires checked. I'm gonna go get the brakes checked. It just needs some uptick and maintenance from me, and I need to show it some love. So we call her Rita Violet. Rita Violet, you're getting some love. Let's go. Alright, well here's the story. It's going to be about an hour before Rita Violet back there gets her actual oil change. So I'm going to take advantage. I'm about 2 miles away from the house. I'm just going to run home, get my exercise in, have Jackie and the girls drop me back off. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Let's take advantage of this day. All right, gang, I'm about 1.2 miles in, and I always like to stop at my local watering hole. You know, it's funny, I was just thinking, I'm gonna take a second, a lot of breath, but how time marches on, for sure. And the way we live our lives is sometimes just, the minutes, I should say, go by just out of necessity, meaning we have to go to work, we have to take care of our kids, we have other responsibilities. And some might say, duh, that's exactly how life is. Absolutely. But I feel that that stuff is kind of not intentional. It's more of a reactionary measure to the situations we've put ourselves in. And I'm very guilty of that. So there are intentionalities that we need to put in our lives, such as the choice that I made back there was kind of a last second one, but I mulled it over. If I should wait an hour there at the mechanic shop and just kind of buy my time, or walk to the local department store that it was right nearby and spend an hour looking at tchotchkes and stuff like that, or maximize the time and be intentional, because me spending time in that store for an hour is kind of just a reactionary measure to me waiting for something that I was having done. In this case, I took a proactive approach and decided, look, I'm gonna go spend this hour running, or at least a half hour running, get home, do some other things, and then get a ride back. And then I would not necessarily have been involved in a reactionary situation. I was more of a proactive or intentional or intentionality type, does that make sense, scenario. So I'm glad I got out on this run. It feels super good, and I gotta get back to it now. So does that make any sense? Comment down below if that in any way, kind of think about how your life goes. And we're all in reactionary type situations because we put ourselves in those moments of having to do things because we must. Does that make sense? Comment down below. I think it all makes sense. All right, I gotta get back to this run. I am back, Jack. just over 2 miles, 2.06 miles just to be exact, just over a 10-minute per mile pace. So I'll take it, but I'll take the exercises I was talking about. It's just good, and it was just great to take advantage of my time. And I want to come back to that just for a second. I definitely am not consistent with that, but it's on my mind, and I should be more consistent about being intentional rather than always being reactive. And sometimes, guys, we just have to be reactive. Totally get that. Totally get that. All right, that was a good run. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna shower because I'm gonna do some other things still, but I gotta go back and get the RV as well. So, but I am gonna change this shirt. All right, not shower time, but done with the run. Boom. They just finished my oil change. Brisa dropped me off, and I'm going to go home now. I'm gonna put the RV back in the driveway, and then I've got a few errands to run. But I'm definitely gonna take a shower. I'm a little gamey here. All right, let's go home. Remember when I said I was gonna take a shower? That didn't quite happen. I forgot I had to do one thing in the backyard that's been pressing for the last few weeks. I haven't been able to turn on the sprinklers because I've been needing to get the parts for this right here. So I'm replacing this pipe, but I forgot an elbow. I bought one the other day. I bought 2, but I need 3. 1, 2, yeah, 3. I need to go to the home improvement store anyways, but this is the main reason. All right, I'm headed over there now. These are the reactions. See, these are the reactions I'm talking about. These are the things that are not intentional. These are the things I'm reacting to right now. But that's life. I get it. All right, gang. Sometimes I go in there and I start thinking of all the projects that I could be doing in the house, and I get a little distracted. I'm leaving, I'm out of here, go home, fix the pipe, and just take a shower and get ready for this rest of this day, guys. Oh, it just goes so quick. If you've never done anything like this, it's actually not that difficult. It's somewhat, I think when you first do it, it's somewhat intimidating because you think it's permanent, but all of this stuff can be cut out, recut out. Now it's a lot of work, but it's definitely something that a homeowner can do, especially if you have a yard where you're actually working with irrigation. Definitely something that's doable. All you need is the PVC pipe, the connectors such as the joints, elbows, or extenders, and then this PVC red hot blue glue. It dries super quick. That's why I was able to just hold it into place, but at the same time, since it dries quick, it actually sets up quick. Gotta be pretty pre-planned out. As I kind of methodically went through it, but even then, if you mess up, you just cut off another piece and you gotta kind of jimmy rig it. So essentially, or is it Johnny rig, or is it Jimmy rig? Jimmy rig. Somebody called me out on this the other day. Jimmy rig versus Jerry rigged. Look it up. Essentially the same thing. So if it's jerry rigged, it ain't gonna work. If it's Jimmy rigged, it's kind of a patch and it'll last for a while. Something like that. What I did was I diverted. There's also actually a pipe that went under here and off to the left, but I don't require that irrigation any longer, so I just wanted to fill this back up. Now I can actually divert water back to the sprinklers and we're good to go. I think within an hour or 2 you can actually run water through it, but solid set in 24 hours. So I'm gonna let it sit for a while. I know that the rest of the irrigations, I need lots of different patch jobs all around this yard, but that's just part of it. All right, guys, I finally did get out of the house, showered up, hit Best Buy, bought a little external hard drive. I'm needing it, and going on a trip this weekend, so be gone for a week. Gonna definitely fill those things up, man. Those things go quick. So I am back home, and I forgot to mention this. I got so preoccupied by finishing that little patchwork over here that when I don't know what went over me. I'm not even sure, but I started checking off. I started capping because all this needs to be dug up, and I haven't run my irrigation system in a while. I capped all of these, and so I started capping certain things around the area just so I could start watering the lawn again, and I didn't want to get it necessarily all wet and what have you. I just started running the water, but remember what I said? I need like 2 hours of... the glue needed to set for at least 2 hours, and then I could run, or at least an hour, so I could run it through, push the forced water through, and I didn't even realize it. I looked over there, it was just bubbling out. Now I have to redo it. And that's the truth, man. It's the truth.com. Oh well. Anyways, I had to be honest with you on that one and let you know that I messed that up, so I gotta do it again tomorrow. So, sweet sorrows, the night has come to an end. Thank you so much for watching. And I think the theme of today was to create some intentionality into your life rather than it just like knocking you around like a pinball. But sometimes we just need to be knocked around like a pinball. Totally get it. All right, guys, sprinkle a little bit of fun in your life and some intentionality. And remember to always keep it fun enough. We're gonna do this again tomorrow.
Hey guys, this is Brisa. This is not the joke of the day, but I'm actually here to tell you that last week I went to VidCon and pitched an idea for a TV series pilot. And you can go vote for it. The link will be down in the description. You can vote every day until July 13th, but even one vote would be much appreciated. So click the link down below, watch the video, see my pilot, and vote. Thanks, bye.